This is Rob. I have decided to get my birth certificate changed. I am looking to get my father put on my birth certificate. Right now, I only have my mother, um, and uh, and that's the deal. I want my father on my birth certificate just for personal knowledge, as well as possible immigration through emigration of the United States of America to Germany. Um, but that's neither here nor there. But so the main reason I want my father on my birth certificate is because when I researched him and found out who he was and um, got an idea of my family somewhat, I then went online and found him through my DNA research. And not him himself, but a cousin of his. And um, I, I emailed his cousin, and his cousin replied, which was wonderful. After speaking to his cousin for a while, um, I then um, decided to, um, well, kind of gets complicated. I also received an email and a phone call from my own cousin who I didn't know about. He's a far cousin. He's 4 times removed, but either way, he's really nice. And I got a call from him. And he said, hey, do you want to come over? Blah blah blah. And so I said, sure, no problem. So I, living in um, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, decided to go to Princeton, New Jersey to visit him. So I went out there, and while out there, he had noticed that now he loves DNA research. He's way high on the DNA research platform. So he's looking at my my father's information. He goes, you know, your father is literally like 2 hours from here. I'm like, what? Because I didn't know my father was buried. And he found that out. So I said, oh, well, that's fine. I would like to, I guess, that's great. And he goes, would you like to go see him? And I said, well, sure, if that'd be okay. And he said, yeah, we'll go and see him. We'll see him. So then I decided that, going out to see him, I sat by his grave. I saw his grave, and because he had passed, my father has passed, and if I'm not sure if I told you that in the beginning, and I kind of sat by it and I reminisced, and I, basically did my doings, my sayings, or whatnot by the grave. So then I went back to the car, and my fourth cousin, once removed or whatever, had said to me, he's like, oh, well, I have another place, I'd like to stop, do you mind coming? And I said, oh, sure, no problem. So he drove me to my father's old house, and he had found out that my father's girlfriend, basically partner, was living at that house. So he pulls up and he's like, oh, okay, he goes, Rob, I'm going to tell you something. This is your father's partner's house. And I said, what? And she was actually sitting outside, just sitting there with a couple of friends. And it wasn't planned at all, So I actually got to talk to my father's partner. So I continue talking to her. She is ever so nice. Unfortunately, she has also passed. And I know where her grave is, so hopefully I'll go and see her later on the summer. But so after that, I after I met her and everything, she got me in contact with a lady called, well, I'm not gonna say her name, my grand aunt, and I was ever so thankful for her doing that. She without her, that would not be possible. So I decided to talk to her. She actually called me, and we talked for a little bit, and we got to know each other, and my and she was living in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, we constantly go down to St. Louis because my partner's brother lives down there. So, um, we decided, well, we'll go visit her when we go down there. So I went and I visited her, and she was really nice, fantastic. And so now kind of getting back onto the main point. Uh, and so we went down and basically we took our DNA charts, which I did anyways, just to get to know this one cousin who I emailed, this first cousin once removed, and our grand cousin once removed, anywho. And so I met his mother, and I said, "Oh wow, this is so cool! I love this. This is like the best thing ever. I actually get to meet some of my family that I've never met before." And I had a great time. And then we were going through our DNA stuff, and we had pinned down that yes, her and I were related, and she was related to my father. So we found that all out. So then three times later, I had asked her. I said, I've done some research and stuff, and what I've read is that I might need your DNA in order to get my father on my birth certificate. And she said, "Oh well, okay." She's like, "Do you really? Is it is it pertinent?" I said, "Well, yeah, because in Wisconsin we need the DNA, and just so that you know, not only was I born in Wisconsin, my father and my mother were also in Wisconsin. So it was they were both residents of the state. So all that works out. So I can basically take my case to the Wisconsin court, and they can review it and everything. So it's all within my state. Um, and I had said, oh, Wisconsin needs it. Um, uh, is it possible that I can put your name down on the form to get it? And she said, well, yeah, perfect. That's fine. If you need my DNA to get your father on a birth certificate, I'm there for you. Which I couldn't believe that like she did that. Like I'm like, that's a huge, huge step to do something like that for somebody, and I cannot thank her enough. Not even the littlest thing that she would do for me means mountains in reality. So so I waited for a little while. I had some work to do, and it has been about almost a year now, about 3/4 of a year, and I'm now ready to get my father on my birth certificate. So I wrote a company called La Fleur Law, and And I thus hope that, I really hope that the amount of stuff I have done will do something for the adding of my father to my birth certificate. The only reason I'm saying this video is coming out is because I want to help people who know or who have a father who is either who is dead or a mother who's dead, and they don't have any way of getting their DNA whatsoever. So thus they have to go to another person to get their DNA. I'm not sure if only did. I'm sure that Wisconsin does say that you need it. Now, for this process, this is different in every single state. No matter where you live, if you live in New York, if you live in California, if you live in Georgia or Iowa or Washington, it doesn't matter. Every single state is different. So this is just for Wisconsin, but I'd go ahead and check your own state for I'd check a lawyer in your state to see what you need to get this done. I do know that Wisconsin is possible, but we'll see how this all works out because I don't know exactly everything I need. So this is just for knowledge. So I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a person doing anything that has to do with law. So this isn't a lawyer's, coming out saying, "Hey, do this." No, this is just an overview of what I personally am doing. So, I would say that please try it out and work at getting DNA from somebody in the family. I would first, to tell you the truth, I'd first talk to a lawyer, then I would talk to somebody about the DNA. Because the lawyer can sit and wait for the trial to go on, but DNA is a huge issue, so maybe the lawyer could also help you with getting that as well from somebody in your family, not your family that you know, or the family, maybe you're just an adopted child, and you would like this information, and all you have is your mother, or most likely it's your mother, on your birth certificate. Then it gets a little bit more complicated, but I'd go to a lawyer, find this out. The lawyer that I went to also has, let me just see, hold on. I think it's family law. So, it's called family law. And civil litigation, I'm not sure if that's going to be possible for me to get, or an appeal. I don't know, or that's I'm not sure about that, but look for somebody who has family law and double check that they are ready to, they're able to do something with your birth certificate. So, well, that's about it. I have written the Fleur law, and I really hope that I will get a response from them. If not, then I guess I'll do another video saying that this is all, bunk. I couldn't get anything from them. I'm sure that it won't be, but I'll message either way. And also, if this continues on and this goes someplace, I will keep you updated as to everything that goes on with this case. So until then, I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.